you guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Sam and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're just going to be making a super simple meal. We're going to be making some steak bites, some air fryer asparagus, and a delicious pumpkin bread. So let's go ahead and get started. Now you're seeing me, I'm just making the marinade for the steak bites. I've got 2 pounds of steak bites. And I'm just adding a little bit of avocado oil, a little bit of seasoning. I've got parsley, garlic powder, paprika, onion powder. I will leave the link to this recipe down below so you can check it out. All you're going to do is you're going to mix all of this together and you're going to put this to the side and let this marinate for about 20 minutes. And then we will start working on our air fryer asparagus. It's so good. It's so easy. Alright, for the air fryer asparagus, this is such an easy side dish and it's so good. You're going to take a little bit of flour. You can use all-purpose, whole wheat, whatever flour you like. Put that in a bowl. You're going to season that up with some salt and pepper and about 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan. You can do store-bought or grate your own. It doesn't matter. Just add that in there, mix that up. To another bowl, you're going to add in 1 egg and some milk, and you're going to mix that up. Make sure it's mixed really well, and then you're just going to set that to the side while we get the asparagus. Alright, now you're just going to grab your asparagus. You can do fresh or frozen, thawed. You're just going to dip them into your egg mixture, dip them into your flour mixture, and put them in your greased air fryer basket. Once you have them all in your basket, you can do this in batches. You're going to cook these at 400 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. Alright, you guys, it's time to start on the steak bites. I'm just going to add a little bit of avocado oil to my ginormous pan here. You can use any kind of pan you got. I just have a big one, but you can do this in batches. Just add a little bit of oil to a medium-low heat in your pan, and then you're just going to add your meat. You're going to let these cook for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. If you want them more well done, you can cook them a little bit longer. You're just going to flip these over and let them get nice and golden brown on both sides. Alright, now that you've got them cooked how you want them, you can go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 to 3 cloves of minced garlic. You're going to add that into your pan, kind of mix that around, let that cook for about 30 seconds. And then you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of water, mix that around a little bit, let it steam, and then you're going to add in some chopped parsley, and you're going to mix that around, and it's good to go. Alright, y'all, I'm going to show you how to make the world's easiest honey mustard. Typically, I don't have like any sauces or anything to go with my steak because they're pretty well seasoned and they don't need it. But I'm going to show you how to make some easy honey mustard. You add some mustard, about 1/3 of a cup to 1/3 of a cup of honey, and you just mix it together and it's good to go. I have a recipe for honey mustard on my blog. I will leave that linked down below. If you don't want to make that one, you can make this one. Alright, you guys, now we're going to go ahead and start on dessert. I'm going to be making a super easy and delicious pumpkin bread. You're going to love it. We're going to start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. To my bowl here, I'm going to add in a mix of oil, just regular unflavored oil, avocado oil, and some butter that I've melted. And then we're just going to add some brown sugar to that, and we're going to mix it up really, really well. And then to that, you're going to add in your pumpkin. Use pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie mix. Then you're going to add in some eggs, and you're going to make sure that's all mixed up pretty good. Make sure it's well combined. And then you're going to add in your spices. And then you're just going to mix that pretty good, and you're going to add in your flour. Now I mixed mine with a little bit a little bit with a whisk, and then I switched to a spatula just to make sure everything was off the bottom of the bowl. Now I'm just going to make the crumble topping that goes on top. I've got just some regular flour in my bowl here. To that I'm going to add some pumpkin pie spice and some salt, and I'm going to make sure that's really well mixed together. And then I'm going to add in some butter and some brown sugar, and I'm just going to mix that together until it's all combined and nice and crumbly. And then we're just going to set that to the side while we get our loaf pan ready to bake this bread. Alright, now we've got the batter done, the crumble topping is done, and I've got my loaf pan greased and lined with a little bit of parchment that I've also got greased. And you're just going to pour in your batter to your loaf pan, kind of level that off. And then you're going to top that with that delicious crumble topping all over the top. It's a bunch of crumble, but it's absolutely delicious. Once you get that crumble topping all on the top of your batter, you're going to pop this in the oven at 350, and you're going to bake this for about 50 to 65 minutes, just depending on your oven. And then once you insert a toothpick into the center and it comes out clean, you're good to go. You're going to leave it in the pan to cool for about 10 minutes, and then you're going to remove it to a wire rack to cool completely. Once the pumpkin bread is completely cool, you're just going to put the wire rack over a sheet tray, and you're going to make a simple glaze. I just did some powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and a little bit of milk, and then mix that together until it was like a thick but pourable consistency. And I'm just going to drizzle that all over the top of this delicious pumpkin bread, and it's going to make it even better. Alright, you guys, here is my plate. These steak bites were so good, and the asparagus was so crispy and delicious. And I just had the honey mustard on the side. I dipped my asparagus in there, not so much my steak bites, but it was absolutely delicious with the steak bite, or not the steak bites, the asparagus. And this is the pumpkin bread, and you guys, this was so wonderful and delicious. It is definitely going to be a staple this fall and winter in our house. It was just that delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.